Hello, everyone, and happy Saturday to you guys. I am here, of course, to spread some good news and good energy and good vibes out there to you guys. And I hope you all are doing well today on this beautiful Saturday. Um, so, of course, I just want to relay a message over to you guys. And today I just want to talk a little bit about conquering your fears. So my son was having a conversation with me in the car just a little while ago about how he learned how to conquer his fear of the dark. So he said it helps to actually do the thing that he is afraid to do. Okay, this is from my 9-year-old son. He said it helps him to actually just go ahead and do the thing that he is afraid to do, to know that he is not afraid of it anymore. So I asked him, how does he feel when he actually does the thing that he is so afraid of? He said he's surprised because he never knew that he could conquer his fear, and the best way to conquer it is to just go ahead on and do it. So, I mean, he never ceases to amaze me. That just really came out the blue, out of nowhere. And I was like, wow. So I'm like picking his brain and going a little more into depth of how he feels about conquering his fear. And I said, that would be a wonderful message for me to relay today is go ahead on and conquering your own fear. That was from the mind of a 9-year-old young adult. He is my baby, but I can't even see him as a baby anymore because just for him to say something like that really shows how mature he is. That is something that a lot of us won't even try to do, is conquer the thing that we are most afraid of. I have learned how to conquer my fears by facing them head on, and I had to absolutely agree with everything that he was saying because he's correct. That is the best way to conquer your fears, is to just tackle that thing head on. And that goes as far as a lot of things are concerned. I know we love to play it safe and to live in our safety zone, and we don't know past what we can see because we don't know what's on the other side. And sometimes we have learned conditions, things that we were brought up to learn and to know, and that's really all we know. And sometimes we can't step out of our comfort zone because it's too afraid, because it's too scary. So a lot of times we just play it safe. Let me just tell you right now, that is the best way to not live out your dreams. So if you are not a dreamer, if you are not one that can close your eyes and imagine yourself living out the things that you always wanted to live out in your own mind and your own eyes, and you can just imagine the possibilities of how far your life can go, even if you look on a magazine, or if you like, what is that the show that used to come on, where it used to show the millionaires mansions and things like that. You can't watch it without being a hater, because a lot of times we get jealous and angry because we don't have what other people have. But if you can just imagine yourself in that $1 million mansion, or buying or driving that 6-figure foreign car, because I can see myself in a Rolls Royce, baby. Let me tell you, I already picked mine out. I'm just ready for the Lord to bless me so I can go ahead and pay for that puppy. But if you are a dreamer, do not be a dreamer and afraid at the same time, because you will leave this earth never knowing what it's like to conquer your fears and to pursue your dreams. It is so many people that is in the grave that is just not here anymore, who died wishing that they would have done the things that they always wanted to do. You know, they either told themselves that it was too hard or was too much of a risk, or they couldn't think past what their mind could tell them. And let me also say, as far as that is concerned, that's not faith. That is not faith. We are not trusting God when we are not allowing ourselves to be and to dream and to think and to step out on faith further than what your own mind and than what your own eyes can see. It's going to be scary. We're not going to know what's on the other side all the time. Like, sometimes we know how many hours we work for. We count our paychecks up down to the nickel. We know how much goes on which bill, which goes on what, but when was the last time you actually stepped out on faith, invested in something in your future? Not saying disregard your mortgage or anything like that, but I'm talking about actually step out on faith. Like, let me take this and invest this into myself. Or I always wanted to start that business. Instead of making up a whole bunch of excuses, let me start buying the things that I need, so maybe I can give myself the opportunity to be successful in entrepreneurship, or the things that I have always wanted and hoped and dreamed of. And I see other people doing it, and I imagine myself doing that, and I just feel the excitement rise up inside of me. So I know that that's the thing that I want to do. When was the last time you stepped out on faith and invested in your own happiness, invested in your own future, invested in your own dreams? When was the last time you did something like that for yourself, for you? We all know how to be successful and, just going to work and paying our bills and doing the norm and just living, the normal life. And I don't even know what that necessarily means, because I am the most abnormal person that you will ever be talking to. I always step outside the box. I never try to fall into what things are supposed to be according to whose scale from 1 to 10 or whatever. I just don't measure myself, and I always like to be unique and stand out and do things on my own, original. I've always been that way all my life, and I am a faith driven person. Like, even when I don't know what is on the other side, I give it to God, period, because it is all in his hands regardless. But when was the last time you dreamed and stepped out on faith, even if when it was scary? I remember myself doing it when it was scary, when I was afraid, when I was trembling, when my voice was cracking, when my legs were shaking, and I tried to put on the face of courage and the face of confidence, when I was so brand new in my businesses and things like that, and I was afraid to talk to people that were more advanced than I am, or had, or further along in their business than I am. Now I have learned I can learn from those millionaires. How did you become a millionaire? I have learned how to keep their numbers locked in my phone. And if I get stuck, I will call or text them, or, excuse me, it's something that I want to ask you, or, I will watch them and I will learn, because I want to know how to become a millionaire. So instead of me being intimidated and afraid to talk to those people, I have learned how to not be intimidated. I used to be afraid to talk to like pastors and stuff like that. Even the pastor of my own church, I like a man of faith and intelligence, like like that, who has read the whole Bible and can teach it. And, I just hold people like that to a high regard in my own mind. A lot of people might not see it that way, but I do. I have a lot of respect for pastors and men and women of the cloth. But I used to be intimidated and afraid to talk, to even just have a regular conversation with somebody like a pastor or a deacon or something like that, because I always saw them as such intelligent people. And I guess I would just shrink myself down so much that I would just shy away from talking to them. And I had to break out of that, because, it's so much that you can learn. If you feel like that you are not as intelligent as the person that you were talking to, talk to them and gain some wisdom from them. Talk to them and gain some knowledge from them. You never know what you might learn from somebody just by having a simple conversation. So over the years, I'm not afraid to talk to pastors anymore. I have broken out of that. I do admire them and hold them to a higher regard in my own mind. But I am not intimidated to talk to them anymore. I'm very comfortable with talking to people of high intelligence and respectfully, and learning and listening and shutting up when people who are above the level that I am on, because everyone is not on the same level, and I respect that as well. Financially, a lot of my friends that I call, and my dance group and all of that, the majority of the people that I hang around are homeowners and business owners and things like that. So I changed the group of people that I hang around, because I want to become a homeowner. So when I get around them, we laugh, we joke, and we have a good time. But I do more observing than anything, because I want to learn how to be at that stage. Granted that a lot of them are a little further in life and in age than I am, but still, I'm a sponge when I get around people like that. So I had to break out of of being intimidated and scared of people who are, successful and established in life. And I have learned that I need to sit back, shut my mouth, and learn. So a lot of times, more often than none, I shut my mouth and I don't say anything. I talk when I am talked to. I laugh, I joke, I have a good time. But you know what they say, if you hang around 4 millionaires, you will become the 5th one. If you hang around 4 crackheads, you will become the 5th crackhead. If I hang around 4 homeowners or business owners or successful people, even my friends that's married, I admire them, the ones that are in healthy relationships, and I observe from that. I learned a lot from being in an unhealthy marriage, but I learned from my friends that are in successful marriages. So I just changed my whole circle around. Even my contact list, the people and my phone that I kept in contact with over the years, that whole thing has changed. I got everything from college professors to I can't even explain. Like, I just changed the people that I have in my phone. If it was not healthy or beneficial to where I was going in the future, we waste so much of our time. If it was not healthy to my future, or if you were not healthy to my future, then a lot of people, everybody can't go with you where God is taking you. So a lot of people, even in my phone contact list, just thinking about it right now, a lot of people just had to go. You're taking up space in my phone. I don't talk to you anyway. When I do talk to you, you're saying something negative or degrading or gossiping or talking about something that I don't want to talk about. And I just rather not conversate with people on that level. There's no love lost, but I want too much out of life, and I'm not going to be here forever. None of us are. So I just choose to surround myself and I choose to surround myself around things that is going to elevate me and teach me. Our minds are sponges, so even if you think that it is not affecting you in a certain kind of way, and negativity is contagious. So we had to watch what we soak into our minds, the people that we communicate ourselves with. Sooner or later it's gonna be a bunch of y'all. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go from saying, shaking your head what's wrong with them, and you gonna be one of them. So it is very, very, very important to surround yourself around people who is going to add to the value of your life. And if we was not so busy hating on each other, black people especially, and I do have beef with my race as far as that is concerned, because we do too much. We do too much. We just do way too much. If it was more of us out here supporting each other opposed to hating on each other, we would be way further along than what we are now. So basically this video really was about conquering your fears, stepping out on faith, doing that very thing that you always been so afraid to do because you don't know what's on the other side. The other side might just be your best life. Like, I'm living my best life. Yes, the other side might be everything that you dream about in a nutshell, and it might have been difficult for that person or difficult for this person, and it may not be as difficult for you than it is. Everybody's journey is different too. Everybody has unique gifts that they can add value to, and the industry and out in the world, period. Everybody has something they can add, and people are gifted in different ways. So you might be able to bring something that will make you very successful and add value to this world, and you might just be denying yourself because you are way too afraid to go head on out there and step out on faith. So conquer that thing that you are afraid of. Be careful of the people that you choose to surround yourself around. That is so important in growth and moving forward and conquering your dreams and doing things that you always wanted to do. If you want to write a book, go ahead and write the book. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to get your LLC, you tired of living day to day, you are miserable, feel like you in prison, when it's time for you to go to work, we all look forward to the weekend like it ain't gonna be Monday again. You blink your eyes and it's gonna be Monday again, and then you right back in prison, which is your job that you gotta go to and be stuck at for 8 hours. The thought of that makes me depressed. Like, I'm sorry, but okay, I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of people out here that does it and chooses to do that, but it really does. Like, at the thought of just having to work 8 hours and just sit on somebody's clock, and this is why I just allow myself up to being obedient and doing different things that God has got me out here doing, allowing me to do multiple businesses. Is everything that I do, that I make money off of, I absolutely love doing it. I mean, I can do it with my head turned backwards, with my eyes closed, my hands tied together. I am good at doing it. I do them all so gracefully, and I love doing them, and I make money off of doing them. So I ain't mad at nobody. That's why these are things that I choose to pursue, that hopefully that is going to make me $1 million. I want to be able to give and to share, and that's why I'm on here now. This is sharing what I'm doing now. That is one way of growing and becoming successful, is sharing the things that that is how you grow. So, I chose to step out on faith. I chose to conquer my fears. Every time I do things, when I do things for myself and doing things independently, to provide for my family, that is not a not unfearful situation. It takes faith. It takes faith to step out and be independent and do things, without punching somebody clock and, all of that kind of stuff. It takes faith, so I don't always know what's going to be on the other side of it, and it's not always good. And it's a lot of lessons, but it's a lot of blessings too. And it's very gratifying, especially when it's something that you love to do. So even though I'm not a millionaire yet, I'm already successful. A lot of people look at me and see me as being successful because they see how humble and at peace and how happy I am with doing the things that God is allowing me to do. So that is success too. Is more than one way to measure success. I mean, being financially successful in your businesses, that is one measure of it, but that's not the only way that you can measure success. So I am successful, but what I'm getting there, I'm getting to where I want to be. So it's a lot that goes along with it. But if you want to pursue your dreams, if you want to conquer and do the things that you always wanted to do, that is in your heart and in your mind, you gonna have to learn how to do it scared. I'm telling you, it ain't no other way to do it. You had to step out of your comfort zone. That is the only way that you are going to experience what is on the other side, because otherwise you will never know. You will never know. I mean, you can see it from other people doing it, but personally experiencing it for your own self, you will never know the satisfaction of it, the gratification of it, the feel of it, unless you go head on out there and do it yourself. You have to conquer your fears, because everything that you have to go through to conquer your dreams and pursue your dreams and your happiness, all of it mixed into one big pot will build you into having a successful life. You have to wait. You have to, you have to be impatient. You have to endure a lot. You have to work hard. You got to stay up late at night. You got to get up early in the morning. You got to do it tired. You got to do it afraid. You got to do it when you don't want to. You have to do it either way. And the more you do it, the closer you get to pursuing your dream, the better you get at it. You're not going to be good at it if you don't keep doing it. You have to keep doing it, and don't ever stop. Don't stop when it get hard, because then you got to start all over again. Don't stop because you scared and you don't know what's on the other side, because then when you come back to your senses, you have to start from scratch and do it all over again. So this video is for my dreamers. This is for the ones who daydream about what is actually on the other side of your dreams. This is to the ones that can look in the magazines or look at what's that show, Cribs, where they used to show them the $1 million mansions and stuff like that. This is for the ones who can actually see themselves in that big double door home with them ceilings and windows all the way up to the sky, and you can just smell the air of fresh, of new places, traveling different places all over the world. And you can feel what it feel like when you open up your bank account app, or you check your bank statements, and you can see 6, 7, 8, 9 digits in your bank account. And when you think about that, you can feel the excitement of having everything you ever hoped and dreamed for in the palm of your hand, where you can feel yourself, the smell. If you ever gotten a brand new car before, and you know what a brand new car smells like, you never had a brand new car before, but you can see yourself in one, the one that you always wanted. This is for you. You don't have to wait until you retire. You don't have to wait until you 70. You don't have to wait until one eye is hanging out and one toe is falling off, and you old and you too old to enjoy it, you can have it now. You can have it. Make your mind up of what you actually want out of this life and go after it with everything inside of you. It ain't gonna always be easy, and sometimes you're gonna be scared, but do it anyway. Do it scared. All right, y'all, that's my Saturday message for today. That blessed me. Listen, this is stuff that I do my own self, and just through my own experiences. If I had listened to, the ones who said, "Oh, you gonna be disappointed and you stupid," and they called me the devil, and they said Satan was possessing my thoughts, and why you moving to Delaware, and why you taking them kids? My kids never been at such peace in their entire lives. The decisions that I made, that I stepped out on faith and made for myself and for my children, those were the best decisions I ever made in my entire life. And everybody talked about me and told me that I was crazy, okay? And I did it scared. I did it homeless. I did it without knowing where we were going to live. I did it sleeping on the floor. I did it, them people looked at me crazy like, and who you? And what, you related to somebody to live over here? Nope. I just packed my kids and I stepped out on faith. And God blessed every single bit of it, beyond anything that I could even imagine. I'm talking about with whipped cream and a cherry on top. That's what faith look like. That's what stepping out on faith and conquering your fears looks like. I know what it looked like, and I know what it feels like, and it is amazing. So anyway, that is my message for the day. God bless you guys. I hope you are counting down to a happier, healthier new you. Let me stand corrected. It is 10 goals per week. So make your goal of 10 goals. Constantly check and see what you are checking off on your list of goals. Countdown, mind, body, and spirit. Whether it's a weight loss journey, whether it's something in your career, your finances, your body. You want to read a book a month. Start reading your book. Start doing things for yourself. Start practicing self-care. You can put whatever on your goal list, whatever you choose to feel like you want to put on your list of goals, that's going to take you further to your dreams and allow you to be a happier, healthier new you. Don't wait until the ball drop. 2022 get ready to go out. 2023 get ready to come in. Start your resolutions now. It is not too late to jump in on my goal challenge. Just do it. All right, a new list of goals, and I conquer them each week. So I'm finishing up my 5th week. I'm going on to my 6th week, and I feel amazing, and I feel closer, and I feel better, and I feel proud of myself, and I feel very blessed. So I know it's going to be big coming into 2023. So I hope y'all doing this right along with me. God bless you all. Enjoy the rest of this amazing, blessed, and beautiful Saturday. And Lord willing, I will be back tomorrow with another motivational message of the day. Y'all be blessed.